Smile, be quiet please. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a recap of this beautiful wedding suit that I'm currently sewing. Much of this video is gonna be about the environment and actually more to do with, we've changed our layout and we've changed, obviously I've changed house, so when it's a house and you're trying to accommodate sewing, it becomes very, very difficult. This is a topic that many people have actually queried, and I've also complained that obviously I had lots and lots of space over the years. I had shops where I had a massive space and I could work to my heart's content. Then I had a basement where I specifically made a sewing room, which I've still got, but unfortunately when you're living away from home or away from the place where you're working or where the sewing room is, then it makes it far more difficult. So obviously I've got to take the sewing where I'm going to be living. Sewing is a spare time thing that whenever you have a few spare moments, you're going to rush back to. But the room has to be comfortable enough to work in. Now this room that I've left the suit lying here, but I'm going to be talking about this particular room that I'm using as my sewing room. It's a room which is 10 foot by 10 by 12 maximum. It might even be less. It might even be, I know it's about 8 foot by 10 foot. So okay, an 8 foot by 10 foot room, and that's a big change from a 14 foot square room, and it's a big change, even a bigger change from the 30 foot by 15 foot room that I had prior to that. So I've been downgrading over the years. Obviously I don't do as much sewing as I did in the beginning years. Now I am going to be focusing far more on particular things like these wedding suits or something unique and different. The normal stuff that I do, you will still find lots and lots of videos. I mean, over the years I've done thousands of videos on every single design that you can name. I've actually stitched it, so you will find those videos, but then anything that's new and that comes in as the latest style, I will be doing those. So for the moment I'm concentrating on these wedding suits, which you will be seeing me make quite a few. Now these particular suits aren't any different to vast majority of these fancy suits that you get. Obviously they require a little bit more time and effort, but apart from obviously their beadwork, so one of the other concerns often is that when you're stitching these, you have to be very careful on the stitching itself, because if you needle lands on any of these beads, then the needle will break and you will have a problem. So apart from that, there isn't really a vast array of difference in making these. You just have to show a little bit of patience when you're stitching something like this, because the work is a lot heavier, this fabric is a lot delicate. Also, you want to get a personalized result. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the suit itself. It's a suit which has work on the front daman and the back daman. The salwar with this particular suit came in a French crepe, which was the self color of the fabric. It's a chiffon dupatta which has heavy beadwork going along on the sides. I think I have about 3 suits, 2 more colors available in this. If anybody's interested, you can actually drop me an email and I will, probably towards the end of this, I will show you the other colors. So if anybody wants to order a suit like this, then you know, they are absolutely gorgeous suits. Very heavy work, front daman and back daman. It's got all this stone work and katdana work, and on the paisley design is heavily embroidered, the front and the back. Now the other thing that often the problem arises with these suits is that the balancing out on these suits is often not right. One of the things that I actually love about these suits is it's very, very well balanced out. And with a little bit of care and delicate sewing, you will get a very, very good result. So that's, I bought excess fabric to make the lining, and I also purchased additional fabric to trim the dupatta and to make the trouser out of. The French crepe, sort of gone are the days. It's a very nice fabric, is the French crepe. It's enough there to make a full suit. That's the added bonus. I did buy extra of the jamawar to make the trousers with this. Now I've addressed the problems that often arise with jamawar, so do watch that video just to get a little bit of the lowdown. Anyway, that's about it. There really isn't really much to show you on this. Now, I was talking about the room. I have downgraded into a much smaller room. I've changed the structure of the room, and now what you're going to have is me working in a sort of a lot tighter environment. But what I hope to demonstrate is that it's not the space, it's actually your enthusiasm and your willpower. And if the willpower is there, if the enthusiasm is there, then you can still, get the results. And if you do have a small spare room, then I would probably recommend that that's where you want to locate your sewing machine. A sewing machine in a downstairs living room can be a very, very messy thing. I've sort of felt sorry for my boys when they had to lug the machine upstairs into one of the upstairs rooms. I do hope in the long term to make an outside place for sewing, because it's not more of a job now, it's more of a passion and a hobby, which I still hope to fulfill, and hope to inspire and encourage others to do so as well. So that's just a little bit of a boring video, more talking than any work. But anyway, if you really want to catch up with some of the real sewing videos, then you will find those on any of the channels. Many channels. I have different channels featuring different stuff. I will try and maybe give you glimpses of some parts of the sewing of this suit, and then hopefully show you the end result and also the colour availability of these suits, and hopefully give you the final result.